rock garden is.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for coming to Tangible Changes for your spiritual needs. So, as everybody knows, I am not an office girl. And yeah, it makes sense considering the, line of work I'm in. However, even if I wasn't in this line of work, I connect best with myself outdoors. So, I've gone as far as getting an office for Tangible Changes. However, I always find myself outdoors regardless. So it's mostly a waste to go ahead and put money forth to an office because I'm always outdoors. I connect best with outdoors, and I prefer to be here when connecting with my clients. I'm at one, I'm at ease, I'm grounded, I'm rooted, always one, I am one. That's all she wrote. But anyways, I'm going to be doing a reading for a client of mine who has been around since the beginning of Tangible Changes. So give me a moment, shuffle my cards, get in touch. I already called forth the energies before I hit record, so one moment. And you know what's so funny is I used today as my my off day. So it's supposed to be my day that I take off of work. However, I found myself using today to pretty much go through all the my students' energy reports and all their papers and whatnot, and certain meditations, and time escaped me because I started, looking through the papers, underlining and making, little side notes to my students and whatnot. And before I know it, I look up and it's almost 8 o'clock, and I do my readings outside. So I'm like, no, the sun, please stay, work with me. He's being very cooperative right now. And if the sun isn't, I know the moon shall. Hold on, please. Oh, what a beautiful card. Now, I'm actually using an oracle deck, and it's so funny because I always carry on about my feelings on oracle. I'm not too fond of oracle, only because I think it's more of a divinational thing than it is a intuitive thing. On each card of an oracle card, it typically, just lays everything out, the meaning and whatnot. And for me, it distracts me from my divine pull of information. So I don't like any words when I'm working on cards. I prefer working with a completely blank card over an oracle card. But there is this one deck that I'm hooked on, and it's the Oracle of Shadow and Light. And each character on these cards, when I look into the eyes of the character, I am whisked away into my client's intuitive reading. It's amazing, it really is. One second. Okay, so the first card we received is called a Clockwork Pumpkin. So cool. And right now what this is talking about in your life is that you kind of just detach yourself completely from all computers, cell phones, all of the man-made high-tech stuff. And it is time that you get in touch with your true nature, the true you. Spend time outdoors in nature, reconnecting with, the creatures and energies of other realms that are waiting to just embrace your awakening. Now remember, when you and I first met up, there was a definite like fairy energy around you. Definite fairy energy. And now it's saying that you are pulling away from that. And you need to get back. Stop detaching yourself from nature. The detaching yourself needs to be put more into the mechanical world rather than nature. Anytime you're feeling down or blue, retreat into nature. It'll help you. Strangely Lonely is the name of the card. Isn't that pretty? I don't know. It's my kind of art, I guess. What this card is representing is that you are very, very careful on who you let in. Like, you guard yourself so tightly because you want to so badly be loved for who you are and what you have to offer. But the truth is, you have self-esteem issues. So your energy that you're giving off to the world isn't who you are. So how do you expect to be loved for who you are when you are not letting the world see you for who you are? You're too worried about everything, and mostly you're worried about getting hurt. And you have legit reasoning. You have reasonings to be paranoid about that. But you need to trust. Like the prior card said, retreat into nature. Ask for guidance. Lean on a tree and ask that tree's trunk to take away all of the anxiety and stress and the emotional overload that you feel throughout the day. To take it into its trunk and to do what it's supposed to do. Trees are amazing. We do not give enough love or honor to them because not only do they take in, the air and filter it and put it back out, but it also takes in our energy where there may be holes or illness or anything along those lines, and it takes it in if you ask. And it will take it just like the air, put it into the earth, and return it to you good as new. And it has no problem doing that because you do connect. And the problem with this is, although people, in their own reality is like a mundane, on the average, just, middle ground type of deal. So when they get lost in their inner self, it's more just a daydream. But because you know that your energies are very high, your frequencies are naturally high, but you're not allowing those frequencies to be on a high level of love. And what that is doing for you is simply getting lost within yourself could be a complete paradise, right? Because of your high energies and what you can visualize and see. But at the same time, it could be a complete hell for you. Because if you're worried and you stress and you imagine the worst, well, oh my gosh, you created a nightmare within your own vision, within your own self. That isn't really there, but you're making it there. So all your low self-esteem, this, that, and the other, that you're pretending like you kind of got over and pushing it inside, you haven't gotten over it yet, love. And it's really important that instead of, thinking the worst of yourself for not getting over it, for thinking like, why can't I just do that right? I can't even meditate right, that kind of attitude. You can. And the thing is, you have to give yourself more credit. Because you are lovely, you are beautiful on the inside, on the outside, and you have so many reasons to be proud of who you are. So instead of, thinking to yourself, like, I can't even believe, I get guided to feel better and I mess up. I can't even do this right. I can't even do that right. What good am I? Stop. Because you are amazing, and I promise you this. And I'm not just saying this because you think I'm supposed to. No, I'm saying this because you are simply amazing, and I promise you that. When I look at your picture, I totally get lost in the beauty of your eyes. They are a window to your soul, and your soul is gorgeous. Have more confidence, please. Look at the grumpy red fairy. It's getting dark. Come on, moon, work with me. And that's the name of the card, Grumpy Old Fairy. Again, you are creating this, like, vision of who you think you should be rather than who you are. You're trying so hard to fit in and to be the girl you think everybody wants you to be, rather than letting your true self out. And because you vibrate on such a high frequency normally, when you're you know, down and out, you're super down and out. And when you're happy, you're super happy. But you're not bipolar. It's not like that. This is only simply because your energies are so high that this happens to you. So on the fight to be somebody you are not, you're creating a battle within yourself, because the real you is dying. It is crying to come out and say hello and introduce you to the world, the real you, the real beautiful you. Stop battling who you are within. Stop worrying about what anybody else can think or do or whatever. Once you love yourself and realize who you are and invite the true you to emerge, everything's gonna start looking up, and I promise you, it will. You just gotta get on the right state of mind. Stop thinking that you've eliminated things that you haven't. No, I know we've done healings together. You know, there are minor ones and whatnot, but there's so much more we can do together. So much more. So if you feel like some of the other things didn't work as well as maybe you wanted them to, it's okay. That is okay. It's okay for things the first time around not to go perfectly the way you imagined or thought, because it's your first time around. It's typically the second time you go and try to do something, because you already know what to expect. You already got the hang of it, and now you're considered a pro and you have more confidence. Don't give up. You're doing great. And then finally, Snow Angel. The Snow Angel represents to you, you're asking for signs. You're asking for signs to be given to you that you're, you know, on the right path. You're doing the right thing. You're asking for all these signs, you know, on a higher level from a higher power. And you feel maybe as if you're not receiving them fully, and you're second guessing all the signs that the Mother Earth is trying to give to you, because you're getting signs, but you're choosing to ignore them because you're double guessing. You're double guessing. You're going, well, maybe not. Oh wait, that might be saying that, you know, I am such and such, but no, I don't think so. Cut it out, please. It's all about being who you are. And again, I'm not saying this because I think I have to, because I definitely don't. And if anything in any of my channels have made anybody ever think that I am anything but blunt, you should know that when I say you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're this and you're that you are. Otherwise, I just wouldn't say it at all. I definitely wouldn't come out and be like, you're ugly. No, but I definitely wouldn't bring it up. You're beautiful, and your eyes hold the secrets to the, you know, the heart of the universe. It really does. Start getting back in touch with who you are. In love and in light.
Got hair as black as night. Got a skirt that's ooh so tight. I'm telling you, I got